put me in the game. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Top of the ring, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Then at the bottom I got the proof.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Ready, set.
Play action. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them, and I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Wilson. His pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive. Not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there. Turned it all around. Big moment.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six, and now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan was definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they're moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Huntley to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Huntley. And this is going to be intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
It's taken to the 26. A nice little juke. Once more the juke. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Huntley. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. On a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right.
He's got a man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They go play action with Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action. Looks like a run. And then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give running right is Hall. They find some open field here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. That good for 19 and a first down. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Play action. It's Wilson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down, Huntley. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 58 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes this a 9-point game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Dolphins 30, Jets 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A game there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Throwing again here, Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown! Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. Zerline good with a PAT, and that trims the lead down to 9. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, Huntley. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we've reached halftime in a wild 1st half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out here with the option left, and he'll lose yardage here back at the 41. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jets will take over possession here up at the 34. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Open man is Uzama. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give to Hall. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson.
Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Third and 2, now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Got his man, it's Bo Melton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Looking to throw. Huntley. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this.
Okay, ready?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Huntley. On the screen, this is Edmonds.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back in! Come back in!
Looking to throw. Huntley. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a two-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They go play action now. Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Running left, it's Hall. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Oh, it's a jet sweep. Here's Davis. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Zerline now for the PAT. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Now Huntley.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On the handoff, it's Edmonds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Here's Huntley.
Steps away to his left. And going deep for Hill.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And some room to roam now. A big game there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off to Wilson it goes on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Give to Hall running right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go